All right, fastest 15 minutes on the internet, fastest 15 minutes on social media. My name is Judson Powell. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button. Just hit all the buttons for me. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. All right, now I want to talk about something that I've been reluctant to talk about for a while. I've been holding off on Kanye West. All right, and let me explain something to you. And this is one thing that I don't think that gets talked about enough. But certain people are white supremacist agents. They are agents for white supremacy, and they are Pied Pipers. And I talk about this all the time. How there are certain entertainers, certain athletes, certain people or whatever who Africans and descendants of Africans follow ad nauseum, follow them, everything they do, everything they say, whatever is always in the media. And there is nobody, that is at this point in history is like as like duplicitous and crazy and oxymoronic as Kanye West. All right. And so I get it. I get it. It's almost like you want to follow him just so you can find out, what crazy thing he's going to do next. All right. And so as we start going through things, and then we realize, okay, then he made the remarks about slavery being a choice, and he supported he supported President Trump. He did all this kind of stuff. So you should have been through with him at that point. Okay, unless you just just completely nuts. All right, you should have been done with him right then. Okay, to say that slavery was a choice. Slavery was a choice, okay? And then to support the most racist president in the history. I know there are racist presidents. And hold on, don't let me say that. I'm going to back up off that statement. I will say that one of the most racist presidents, because there have been some racist presidents, the only thing is that he's not covert with it, he's overt with it. All right, so he just lets it out. He doesn't hold anything in. Whatever he's feeling, whatever on the top of his dome, he's going to say it. He doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He just going to say it, and he's going to let the chips fall where they may. And I get it. I get it. That's fine. But the problem is that, but when you keep on supporting him, and keep on going out, and you're wearing Make America Great Again hats and all this kind of stuff, Kanye needs to have his butt whipped. Really. It's ridiculous. And so then he falls out of favor and he falls out of grace. And the easiest way to get black folks, I'm not even going to call y'all Africans and descendants of Africans. I'm just going to say black folks, to like you again is all of a sudden accept Jesus. So now because Kanye has accepted Jeebus, right? Now everybody is running to these Sunday services, and churches are letting this man come, and different cities and counties are allowing him to have permits and all this kind of stuff in order to do these phony, bogus services. Because if you really believe, but then again, y'all already believe in Jesus. So I know that y'all believe that Kanye has repented and has, come to his senses, and everything is going to be fine with Kanye. Wrong. All right. Come on, y'all, wake up. This is nothing but somebody who became irrelevant, trying to become relevant again, in the vernacular of the young people. He just wants to be relevant, and he was irrelevant. And let's face it, and he still should be irrelevant in the scheme of things, because what is he really doing? What is he taking this money? What is he doing? He's taking all this money, and all he's doing is he's selling merchandise. He's selling merchandise, and he's doing this just like it was a concert, which leads me to my next topic that I want to talk about in this little particular video in my 15 minutes, which is the music business and gospel music. All right. Gospel music ain't nothing but the pimp game part 2. All right. And here's why. I spent many years programming gospel radio stations. I programmed 42 gospel radio stations. And guess who the promoters and the people that make the money off of gospel music are? They are the same people who make the money and promote the secular music industry, the exact same people. And guess what, y'all? They don't believe in Jesus. In fact, they don't celebrate Christmas and all that kind of stuff. You'd be surprised at who it is and what they do with your money. All right. And the thing is that they own, like, if you look at all the big name, artists or whatever, and you'd be surprised who owns the publishing rights and the performance rights and all of these things that we think are just, we think we're in there just praising Jesus and all this kind of stuff. Look, and even the fact that the gospel music industry has switched up and has become more and more secular. We got gospel rap, and then everybody uses the scripture. Well, let everything that have breath praise the Lord, praise him on the temporal and drum, praise him on the, whatever, praise him on the drum machine, praise him on the, y'all get my point, right? But black people ain't getting none of that money. Ain't nobody, and that's why we keep on telling y'all, we are putting $400 to $500 billion a year into the gospel, to the church, and all that stuff. And then I'm not even talking about the gospel music industry. I didn't even look up before I started making this video, and I should have did it, but I didn't even look up how much money they make every year. And then we got all these shows and this, that, and the other thing. Look, ever since Kirk Franklin came out with Stomp, guess who, Kirk Franklin ain't getting the money off of Stomp. Warner Brothers Records is getting the money off of Stomp. Yay, right? Who made, what beat is that to? See, we not thinking. We don't never think. We just think everything is great. Then that's how come we go along with this Kanye West BS. We go along with stuff because we don't think. We are beyond and way out of our realm when we don't think. You have got to start thinking, people. That's the only way it works. If we don't think, it's not going to work for us. And like I said, all of these artists out here, they're making records, and people that don't even go to church, don't even like Jesus, don't even care about Jesus, are the ones that are making the money. You are making them rich. They are. Look, let me tell you something, y'all. White folks have an entirely different lifestyle. They not, if you are crazy if you believe that they're waiting to die to get theirs. I mean, think about it. Go back, and I'm going to go back, rewind. Okay, in fact, I saw Chris Rock on the other night. Look, I'm going to rewind. Okay, and Chris Rock had a joke, and he was talking about where he lived. This was back before his divorce and everything. He was talking about where the neighborhood he lived in, and he couldn't afford, to live in his neighborhood. And he was talking about how other black people who were successful, who were very extremely successful, could not afford to live in his neighborhood. And then he talked about the guy that lived next door. He said, look, the guy that lived next door was a dentist. He said, what kind of teeth is he pulling? He said, I know dentists. I know black dentists. I know, he was like, what kind of teeth are they pulling? Because he was trying to figure out, how can all of these people live in these neighborhoods? And I'm talking about, this is all over the country. And because of my career in radio and television and in the ministry and everything else, I've lived in a lot of places. All right. I have lived in and every single American, at least American city, has a huge place where extremely wealthy people live. And you're trying to figure out, well, how can there be, 10,000 houses like this in this city? And where's all the money coming from? Well, that's how they get the money, because they got us out here singing and dancing and running around the church and everything. And in the meantime, in between time, they're stacking up fortunes, not to mention all of the money, the 400-year head start that they had with slavery and Jim Crow and everything else, where we couldn't make money. All right. So don't get the game twisted. Kanye West is a coon. All right. And he is out there in order to influence you to buy music, to buy product and merchandise, and to buy everything else. That's what he's out there for. And then what good is he actually doing to the community? And the other reason is because they want to stem the tide of Africans and descendants of Africans from leaving the Christian church. That's what it's all about. They don't want y'all to leave because then they realize if you are talking about self-knowledge and learning about self and understanding, becoming self-actuated, becoming able to think on your own and not be logged in with the rest of the crowd. Look, everybody in church knows the same stuff. Too blessed to be stressed. Too anointed to be disappointed. Oh, how are you today? I'm blessed and highly favored of the Lord. You've been programmed. You have been programmed. You have been programmed. Wake up. You've been programmed, and they do not want you to leave out of that programming and they got us fighting each other. You know, like people, like I was saying on the other video, people come after you. First, oh, you're evil, you're satanic, you're demonic, God, you don't believe in the scriptures, you're going to go to hell and all this kind of stuff. It ain't going to happen because I'm God's son. How are you going to, I'm created in his image and likeness. He did not create me in his image and likeness to kill me. And if you believe that, you see what I'm saying? Do you even halfway get what I'm saying? Because I'm just trying to let you know. So all of these things are to keep us divided, just like the Bible itself. The King James Bible is to keep people divided. It's not to unify anybody. All right. Spirituality is created to unify everybody. Why? Because there is a universal law called the concept of what? Universal oneness, that we're all connected, that everybody and everything in the universe is connected, and we also have what? The law of vibration, all right? And the fact that everything has a vibration, and things that vibrate at different levels and things that vibrate at the same level and all that, they all have a part in the universe, right? But if I go to you and I say, well, you know, we the chosen people. Y'all just here to serve us and die. That's what it's saying. That's what it's saying. So don't believe the hype. All they trying to do is to keep you from getting a mind of your own. And Kanye is there to help them do that. You know, they always go where? They go to the churches and stuff like that. Why, you know, where they know they can get the most publicity and the most popularity. And if I got unlimited resources, I could just show up anywhere and decide to, hey, we're going to have Sunday service here. And look at Los Angeles kicked them out. And then he made a rant about how Los Angeles is Satan and run by Satan and all of this, right? And now, well, guess what? And Jamaica is kicking him out too, because Jamaica is mad because he made these Jesus is King shirts or whatever and used the Jamaican flag on it and didn't get permission. Now, come on, dude, you're in the music business. You know that you have to get rights and permissions and all of that kind of stuff to use people's trademarks and patents. You can't just use it and then expect, especially when you got that much money. Maybe some dude like standing on the corner that's making $100. He got 20 shirts or something like that. Okay. He might be able to get away with it. But Kanye, you're not going to get away with that because you got millions of dollars, brother, man. So you need to go ahead and pay Jamaica the money that you owe them. Really? You know, that's all I'm trying to say. Y'all got to wake up and understand why things are happening. And like I said, this is a major time. You know, black folks are running away from the church in droves because they understand that, look, these people, like I said, with that $400 to $500 billion a year, they're taking that and putting it into white banks. They're putting it into Smith Barney and into all these big, investment companies and all that kind of stuff. They're taking your money. And they're building their world. They're building those big houses that they're living in. And then when you go, they're giving you a loan marginally. They're giving you a mortgage marginally that you're going to still be paying them for 30 years. So it's all a win-win for them. They like it when you go to church. If you don't go to church, guess what? They don't get paid. And they know that. So that's why they want you to love Jesus. That's why when in slavery, when we first got out of slavery, the first thing they did was they allowed y'all to read the Bible. Nothing happens by chance. Oh, you just thought they were being good. So you mean to tell me after they hung you, murdered you, raped you for 400 years, they just decided they was going to do something good for y'all? Gotcha. Anyway, Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the share button, hit all the buttons, and most of all, hit the love button. I love you. I love you. Bye-bye.